I've been asked a few times where the idea for my first novel called Wrecked came from. And as I was rereading one of my very favorite books, Simple Abundance by Sarah Ban Bronick, it reminded me of how the idea came to be. So it says in this book, while you are offered many dazzling opportunities in a lifetime, spirit only comes once for each work seeking creative expression through you, then moves on. The bottom line is that the work must be brought forth. If you don't do it, someone else will. So when that great idea flashes across your mind surrounded by neon lights, pay attention. How many times have you thought of something you could invent or write or produce, and then because you felt like you would do it when you had more time or more money or when the kids went off to college or whatever, then you see it in the world and you are so disappointed. So a friend of mine named Trisha sent me an article about a train that wrecked in the middle of the night in June 1908. The more I thought about this, the neon lights started flashing. I drive by that spot 4 or 5 times each week, and every time I think about the conductor, the driver of the train. Once you wreck, do you ever drive a train again? Do you walk away a changed person? Do you ever get on a train for a ride? Another thing that happened were that there were hobos that were stealing their ride. They had jumped on at the last minute, so some of them passed away in the wreck. They don't know how many died for sure. They don't know how many were on the train. So if I were a hobo and I lived through that, would my life be changed afterwards? Or would I just jump on the next train and life would go on as normal? And the most interesting part of the original story is that after the freight train wrecked, here comes a passenger train behind them, and a doctor gets out of that train and comes up to the freight train to see if he can help. He finds 2 hobos trapped in a car. Their legs are pinned, I think, or I may have made that up. Anyway, and the stories get mixed up. But the water was rising. They knew they were going to die. They begged the doctor for something, anything to end their lives, and he gave it to them. So how do you move on after doing that? So those are the 3 main people in my book, and it's called Wrecked, and it's coming out October 22nd.